Is going prospecting today. You guys? Hello and welcome back to the Flower Gold Wizard channel. I'm Jason, and today I'm going to go back to a spot I did a couple of previous videos on, and I was pulling bullets out of there and a decent amount of gold. And today I've got my suction tube fitted with a 1-inch tube. I've got a fitting on there with a beveled end on it. And I hope that the material doesn't get clogged going from this tube back into this tube. So it'll be an experiment. And I do think it's going to work. Now last weekend, I went back there just with this. And I ended up pulling 18 more bullets out of there in maybe an hour and a half. Not as much gold though. So I'm thinking that I got to get down a little bit deeper and I'll be able to get a little bit more material out of there, and I think this is going to do the job. So I've got my team ready to go, and we're going to head up there. Well, we made it to our spot. Unfortunately, Mother Nature is not on our side. As you can see, that is frozen over, and I really wanted to get to the bottom of that hole, so that's going to have to wait for another time. Now, let me pan through here. There's the team. I do see some open water up on that S-turn up there. This river comes around a hard bend right here, but as it goes back up that way, there is another bend out that way. So maybe in all that twisting and turning, I can find something in this bend up there where I can get at some material. So I'm going to grab a pan and a shovel and my tube probably and go see what I can get out of that there. Okay. Well, we made it to the spot I wanted to. Let me pan around here. Now, this is all an inside bend right here. It goes up, and then up there it goes hard that way. So it's coming around and it's zipping around, and all these are boulders. All these big mounds up in here. And it comes around and it goes back down that way to where we were digging in that hole with my tube. In fact, there's the bridge. Now right here, I was headed out to that little patch of open water. But when I took one step in the creek, there was water underneath the snow. And I landed right on a boulder field. So I shoveled all this snow off of there and got down to some open water. Now if you'll see, I've got one pulled out already. I just pulled that out of the water. Here's my hand for a size reference. That's a pretty good size boulder. And this area is filled with them. Smaller, some bigger. But my plan is to dig a lot of these out of there and sucker tube around what I can't get down around this big boulder here. And if I can get my shovel at some of it, well, then I'm gonna. So when I get a pan full of material, I'll get back to you. All right, many pans later, I still haven't found anything else. So I think since it was so easy, quote, to move all this snow and ice so I could get at it. I'm going to try back across the bridge over there before I leave. See if I can bust some of that ice up, because I really want to know what's down in that hole. All right, we're back over across the bridge here. And right in here is where I have been working. It is froze solid. Let's take a little walk out here. That's pretty deep. I was out here and I knocked a big hole in the ice here. And the current is really clipping through there. But I'm gonna try my little 1-inch tube in there, because it is all boulders and there's nooks and crannies in there I can try to get some material out of. And we're gonna give that a shot. Who's crazy enough to do that? Me. Prospecting spot number 2 for the day. It's a bust. I'm just not getting any material out of there. Some light silty material and dead leaves. For whatever reason, there's an awful lot of current in there. So I'm gonna try something else. I think maybe underneath all this snow, this ice shouldn't be so thick. I'm gonna punch a few holes and see if I can get something out of there. Okay, attempt number 3. I was able to bust a fairly decent sized hole in this ice. And there's, I don't know, a little bit less current than there is out in the middle. But I am right directly next to where I was pulling all that gold and lead out of last time. So, let's give this a whirl. There's quite a bit more material in this stuff, or in this hole, than that other one. I'm gonna pause that just to see how much material's in here. That little bit back in my hole won't make much of a difference. Get some of these bigger rocks out of here. Quite a bit different material than I was getting over there. All right. And we got some lead already. That's a good sign. A couple of buckshot BBs. And no gold. So let's, for two or three little pulls, I know I'm finding lead, so I think this spot has some potential. It's right next to, right up in here. It's kind of on the left side of them rocks that are running right here. So I don't know if it's getting the same kind of drop off right there or not, but we're gonna find out. All right, well, there isn't as much material as I'd like there to be in there. Everything's at kind of a weird angle. I can't quite get the tube the way I want. And it looks like my mining season's coming to a little end here for a couple of weeks, at least at this spot, until I find something else. But I did get, I don't know, roughly a quarter of a pail of material, let's call it. And let's go ahead and pan that out. Get a little more water in there. This thing works great. Yeah, a little more, maybe get 2 pans here. All right. Is that cold on my hands? A little. All right, a lot. Now, if I don't find any bullets in here, I know I'm not on that edge, I think, where I need to be. But then again, this spot here could be flower gold heaven. I mean, it's hard to tell. I'm standing on ice. So let's quickly pan this down. Oh, there's one. I already see a bullet. Oh, there's 3 of them in there. There's 3 bullets in there already. Let me pan this down, see if there's any gold with it. Boy, this whole area right here, I can't wait to get in here in the summer. And there's all kinds of BBs in there. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There must be a dozen BBs in there. And oh, I am seeing, look at that. I think I see 4 pieces of gold here. Please don't float away. Look at that. Well, in case you didn't see that, I'm going to peel off the camera. One, two, three. I counted 4. There's another one there somewhere. Right there. All right. I'm going to do the rest of this pail. Put everything I found today in a black pan and take a look at it. All right, we're back. I got to tell you, I'm a little tired from busting ice and shoveling snow and walking through snow, but I'm pretty excited to see what's in that pan. First, I think we gotta grab us a brewski. All right, we've got our material in my favorite pan. Got a little bit of jet dry in there. Let's pan this down and see what we've got. All right, there. A few pieces. I like that. But that was about a 1/4 pail, and that's still a ton of lead, so I think I'm still in the zone. That's going to be one heck of a spot this summer. Well, I gotta apologize for going back to the same spot again, but my options are a little limited with the weather we've been having. Now, in a matter of a couple of weeks, everything is going to start thawing out, and we're gonna get to some spots and really have some fun this summer. That particular spot is my Hoffmans glory hole. I got to get to the bottom of that, so I will be going back there sooner or later. So if you cared for this video and you want to see some more videos, share, like, and hit the subscribe button. Flower Gold Wizard, out.